Hey, Shalom family. Once again, we're gonna pick up where we left off at in Second Chronicles. I just went over of the book of Daniyah with you and showed you in Daniyah, the book of Daniyah, verse 1, in chapter 1, verse 1 of Daniyah, how Jehoiakim was reigning, and in the third year, the king Nebuchadnezzar came in, but that didn't give you the total. It just told you in the third year, the king Nebuchadnezzar came in from the sovereign of Bethel, known as Babylon, came in and put Yashalom under the siege. Yes. And so right there, we're gonna pick up from there in Second Chronicles at this time, chapter 36. I'm gonna start off with verse 5 and continue into the lesson. It says, Jehoiakim was 25 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years. See, right here it showed 11 years. He reigned in Shalom, so it give you the total of his reign, 11 years. But in Daniyah chapter 1 and verse 1, it tell you in the third year when the king of Bethel came in, Nebuchadnezzar came in and put him under, how Abiyah gave him into his hands to be ruled by him. And so at that point, we read here, it said, and he did evil in the eyes of Yah, his Barah, and Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Bethel, came up against him and bound him in bronze shackles to take him away to Bethel. But that don't give you the time period right there. See, it just told you the part right here. It reigned the total of 11 years. See, in 11 years, at the total, he bound him. But in the book of Daniyah showed you, and you're going to see, in the book of Daniyah showed you in the third year, he came up, and Abiyah gave him into his hands at that time. But that's not the time when he bound him and put him in shackles. You can see that plainly. This is telling, showing you the final result of it. He bound him in bronze shackles and take him away to Bethel. So keep that in mind. In 7 it reads, and Nebuchadnezzar brought some of the utensils from the house of Yah to Bethel and put them in his temple, Hekah, at Bethel. So keep that in mind. So I wanted you to know that and see all the truth. So right there, remember the scripture say here little and there little, and that's how you come into this knowledge. We gotta go back to 2 Kings. It's very important at this time to show you this in 2 Kings. So you know, in Daniyah it states that in the third year Nebuchadnezzar came up against him. In the third year of his reign. But he reigned for a total of 11 years. And in the 11th year, that's when Nebuchadnezzar came back again and bound him. And you're going to understand that right here when I finish with this right here. So in 23 of 2 Kings, here, the 23rd chapter, 2 Kings, verse 36, I'm going to start off with. It said, and Jehoiakim was 25, repeats it again, 25 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Yashalom. And his mother name was Zebadah, and the daughter Pedaiah Rumah. And he did evil in the eyes of Yah, according to all that his fathers did. Keep that in mind. In his days, see right there, every word is very important. In his days, showing in his days of reign, Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Bethel, came up. See, in the days of his reign, he reigned total of 11. But in his day, in the book of Daniyah, I'll show you in the 3rd year of his reign, Nebuchadnezzar came up the first time. See, it's in his days, Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Bethel, came up, and Jehoiakim became his servant for 3 years. You see that? For 3 years. It's very important. And it started in the 3rd year of his reign. So in the 3rd year, you're talking about in the 4th, 5, 6 of the reign, he served under Nebuchadnezzar. But it was in the 3rd year of his reign. So, but 3 of the years he served under right here. These are the facts right here. 3 years. And he turned and rebelled against him. You see that? After the 3rd year, he rebelled, but he was still in the land at that time for additional 5 more years. See, but after the 3rd year, 3 of the years he reigned under, but he rebelled against Nebuchadnezzar. Then this was Yah brought upon him, and Yah sent against him. See, against who? Jehoiakim was still in the land reigning. See, right there, this is talking about the last 5 years of his reign. Yah came and sent others against him because he rebelled after the 3rd year's service to Nebuchadnezzar. But it started in the 3rd year of his reign. So keep that in mind. Right here. And Yah sent against him raiding bands of Chaldeans. See, the Chaldeans, and raiding bands of Aram. Raiding bands of Moab. And raiding bands of the children of Ammon. And he sent them against Yada, see, against Yada, to destroy it, according to the word of Yah, which he spoken by his servants, the prophets. See, it's only at the mouth of Yah this came upon Yah to remove them from his presence because of the sins of Manasseh, according to all that he did, and also because of the innocent blood that was shed, for he filled Yashalom with innocent blood, which Yah would not forgive. And the rest of the acts of Jehoiakim, see, and all that he did, are they not written in the books of annals of the sovereign of Yah? You get that? And then we're going to read a little bit more. So Jehoiakim slept with his fathers, and Jehoiakim and his son reigned in his place. You get that, brothers? See, we got to put all of it together. It's here little, it's there little, brothers and sisters. And that's how sometimes people discredit one book because they don't put the whole picture together. You got to put the whole story together. That's why the scripture is here little, there, and that's how you come to the answer. Because it's not all in one place. That's why they even tell you the rest of the books is the rest of the actually done is it not found in the books of the Chronicles, brothers and sisters, of the Psalms of Yada. See, when we put it all together, you'll begin to see, you'll see what's been done. Because you'll see how Nebuchadnezzar came at one time period. He came in the third year. Daniyah, I'll show you the third year when he came in. And then he was under the ban of Nebuchadnezzar for 3 years. Then later, Nebuchadnezzar came back after he rebelled later, and I'll sent all these things, eventually got rid of the king and took him into captivity. You got to go and look through all of these scriptures, put it all together. And I know sometimes people don't do that until they assume that it's an error in the place. But when you tie it all in together, brothers, so you'll see it plainly. Simple as that. And how he was under the ban and under his control for a period of time. Until the time he rebelled. Now, Abiyah sent all the other nations in to attack your higher king. Yes, Yada. And then after he got removed after the 11th year, his son took the reign. But a lot of things went down in that 11-year time period. And part of that 11-year time period that he reigned, 3 of it, he fell under the rule under Nebuchadnezzar until he rebelled against him. Then 5 more years, he still reigned wickedly, and Abiyah came against them with many different raids. So all these raids came over a 5-year time period. And then I know when sometimes you read it, it seems like everything was done on the same day, but it wasn't done on the same day, brother and sister. And that's how we could come and err, but not putting it all together, brother and sisters. I had to take time to see this. I didn't get it all in one moment. I had to keep looking at it and see how it all tied in. And that's all we got to look at. I'm not doing it to bash none of my brothers, but just to help you, to help us all that we come into the knowledge of the truth, brothers and sisters, because we don't have the original with us at this time. With that, that's all I have to say. Toda Yah.